Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, deck number 709, we're going to talk about Esix, the Fractal Bloom. Now, this is from the Commander 21, the Strixhaven Commander. I personally love this one because, I love to do stuff with tokens. And maybe I lean a little harder towards Simic. I don't know. It's obvious I lean a little harder toward green. But anyway, Esix Fractal Bloom is a 6 mana 4/4 flying fractal. Okay. Uh, but that's not why we're playing this commander. The first time you would create one or more tokens during each of your turns, you may instead choose another creature other than this and create that many tokens that are copies of that creature. So, choose a creature other than this. Now, that means even your opponents. You can make copies of your tokens can essentially interplay as copies of any creature your opponents control, any creature you control, what have you. Now, but it only happens the first time you would create tokens on your turn. So, kind of a little restrictive there. But I did, thanks to that last collection I bought, I did have the what I'm going to call the token trio. Doubling Season, Primal Vigor, and Parallel Lives. Whoop. Parallel Lives is sideways. So those are, yeah. So now we're getting all kinds of copies of a creature, even for just stuff that just puts tokens into play. So I have this is a mixed bag of cards, all types, that I chose just for the effect to put tokens into play. Cackling Counterpart, 3 mana. It's pretty cheap. We often think about it like a clone thing, but here it's, even better. Inexorable Blob. Delirium is kind of so-so. Tauran, just incidentally, fits several different axes in this deck. The instant sorcery thing, the token thing. Hey, no problem. Fungal Sprouting, where X is the greatest power of creatures you control. So even if it's 4 or 5 and you're getting 4 saprolings, well, now you're getting 4 copies of something. Whoa. Thopter Spy Network. Fresh Meat. Oh, did you wrath? Okay. I'll fresh meat, and if I've got the doubling season or whatever else out, hey. Now, Reform gets insane. You almost, the Reform doubling season thing, you almost kind of don't want the commander out, because if the commander's out, it overwrites this Reform thing. But, so, let's do some math here. Say that you have a doubling season out and a Reform. It's going to die. You're going to get 2 3/3 fishes. Then when they die, you're going to get 4 6/6 whales. And then 8 9/9 krakens. Wow. For your 4 mana investment, Rite of Replication. It's an amazing card. And to me, this is a 9. When I build my decks in the converted mana cost rows, and this is a 9-drop every time. Curse of the Swine. I am not above exiling my own creatures if it means I can make tokens that are a copy of something better. Right? Silver and Offering. This deck really takes advantage of it skews the scales here, where it's not exactly fair anymore. Orochi Hatchery. If nothing else, it's Snake Beatdown, right? But that creates a ton of tokens. Desolation Twin, of course. Mere Battlesphere. But one thing I love the most is Myriad. So, whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent other than defending player, you may put a token that's a copy of this creature onto the battlefield tapped, and attacking that player or a walker they control, exile the tokens at the end of combat. So even if a token doubler's out, well, first off, whoa, but they will still get exiled at end of combat. Um, but you can. I'm wondering how much Esix overwrites this ability. For each opponent other than you may put a token. So it puts all those tokens into play at the same time, which will be copies of whatever. And then, yeah, I'm not exactly certain how that rules interaction works. If y'all know, leave a comment down below to all you judges out there. I'm not sure if the myriad tokens that come into play as something else still have to attack each individual player. I don't know. But it's cool either way, right? Fractal summoning, just make a really big fractal. Or here, before we get to Hornet Queen, the beautiful part about fractal summoning is you don't have to make a really big fractal. You can spend 2 mana and create a 0/0 fractal, and it will come into play. Esix will take over and, have a copy of something else, so you don't have to. Hornet Queen. Buy one, get 4 free. That's why we're spending 7 mana on this 2/2 flying Death Touch. I mean, it's the whole reason. And buying one and getting 4 copies of something, a little more meaningful than insects it's pretty neat. Phyrexian Swarm Lord, there again, I've got to get out of the color green. Let me look at the next. The next 2 decks have green in them too. My bad, yo. Sharding Sphinx, Spawning Kraken, Stolen Identity, Leyline Invocation, Rampaging Baloth. Landfall equals copy of something. You know what I'm copying with my landfall abilities? Because that 4/4 beast token gets replaced by Esix, which you get a copy of another creature. I'm getting another Rampaging Baloth. And then when I play the next land, I'm getting 2 more Rampage. Well, no, 1 more, because 1 will be on the stack by the other. But anyway, Follow Footsteps. Because, here again, Rampaging Baloth. It's a heck of a drug. Replication Technique. Garruk Primal Hunter makes tokens coming and going. And, it's a pinch card draw if you need it. Ether Mutation. Bounces a creature. Now, granted, it is sorcery speed, so it ain't all that. But you get a bunch of saps for it. So, that being the token generation, now let's get into our actual deck of, ramp and so forth. We have Llanowar Elves, Fyndhorn Elves, Soul Ring, Simic Signet, Rampant Growth, Felwar Stone, Commander Sphere, Cultivate, the Arcane Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, which was first, and then the Explosive Vegetation. Not a lot of card draw. The Growth Spiral, Urban Evolution, and Rites of Flourishing. I need to get more of the, Eureka Moment? The one in between there, the 4-drop. Now, creatures that are not... Well, I missed one. Broodbirth Viper is a myriad. Same thing. Jugan. If... I'll make copies of Jugan all day long. Oh, darn. Legendary rule. I get 5 counters on my whatever. Master Biomancer. Good thing to put counters on with your Jugan. Moriette of the Frost. There's a reason Moriette's in here. I can't remember it right now, though. What am I copying? Copy of a permanent you control. Oh, yeah. This is another doubling season, another Primal Vigor, another whatever. Because it's not just a clone. It's a copy permanent. So, Nakata War Pride. One of my favorite cards. This thing is nuts in a token doubling environment. Oh, my gosh. So, whenever the Warp Rod attacks, it's going to generate a copy of it, tokens that are copies of it, for each creature the defending player controls. Now, doubling that is insane. Before we get to the removal, a couple of weird cards. Drew's Deliverance, you know. We're going to populate and fog. And then Overrun, which I'm almost out of. This may be my last one, maybe? No? I don't know. And then we have our Simic Removal Suite. Pongify, Rapid Hybridization, Return to Nature, Mana Leak, Decisive Denial, Arcane Denial, Negate, Beast Within. I just really like the impetuses. So, Reclamation Sage, Oversimplify, Acidic Slime. Hey, Acidic Slime's a great card to make a bunch of copies of. Then we have non-basic lands, of which there's a bunch. Now, obviously, we're playing with that Reliquary Tower, but we have Woodland Stream, Rimewood Falls, Simic Growth Chamber, Thornwood Falls, Quandrix Campus, Rogue's Passage, Simic Guildgate, Temple of Mystery, Evolving Wilds, Command Tower, Terramorphic Expanse, and a little cycling action with Remote Isle. I am super excited to play this. I will, as of yet, I have not played it. Now, let's see. I'm recording this on a Thursday, so I will probably have it played it by the time that y'all see it, because yeah, you know, I'm definitely playing this Joker on Friday. So 709 is done. Esix, really kind of enjoying that one. That is what we have got for today. I do appreciate it, and as always, you know, thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, you know, hitting up the TCG or the Amazon link. Thank y'all so much. It really helps the show. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.